Hello and welcome to Suplex Studies. This is episode number 22. My name's Eric. I am here joined once again by the Beast Incarnate, Gator Lesnar.
I don't know about the Beast Incarnate. I'll take it. Thank you for the compliment. But no, I am in no way, shape, or form the size of Brock Lesnar or a Beast or Incarnate. So,
and well, that will be to be determined.
And I got nothing for Brock, but
we are also joined today here on this beautiful day. It's a beautiful Sunday here. Our dude, Isaiah, Mr. Wrestling Junts himself is back. The phenomenal one.
What's going on?
Welcome in, bruv.
What it do?
The encyclopedia of wrestling.
Right. He is the Mike Tenay of Suplex Studies.
That's right.
That's a high compliment. I'll take it.
I would say the heart and soul of wrestling history.
Oh, yeah. Isaiah, where can the lovely people find you?
Wrestling Junts on Instagram, WRASSLIN. If you want to follow my shoot account, a little kayfabe on the IG. I just got off X, so I'm no longer using X.
What? Ooh.
I got a little beef with Elon.
Oh,
You don't like Elon Musk, do you?
I just think shit's gone downhill since he got the app. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take my ass to Blue Sky or something.
his profile pic is pretty wicked too.
What is it?
It's him in like this red like suit, and it's got like this upside down like triangle or cross or something like that. It's like some kind of satanic symbol on his chest. And yeah, he's looking all like wily-eyed and crazy and shit in the picture. So yeah, I don't have X either. I got off a long time ago.
You know, I kind of just been searching it for just news updates lately, and now that I'm so fucking
For football.
I look at my fantasy players' names on Twitter, so it's like I don't know. I find the use for it, you know.
Yeah, I'll say this though, like I do find myself going back in case like any new stuff happens, or because I'm going to Mania weekend.
Yes,
that's like the best possible place to get the tickets quickly for like the shows on the outside, like GCW or something or anything like that. So like I kind of have to keep my ear to the streets for that in particular. But as far as like posting or looking for content on X, I'm good on it.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's a weird it's a weird app. I don't like it.
I don't know. Some would argue that it's like the number one news source.
Dude, also anytime I try and get on there and use it and look something up, I feel like it crashes. It takes forever to look things up. Like,
when was the last time you tried it?
About 3 weeks ago. I got it back for football, and then I started looking names up, and it kept on giving me that little searching, and I just deleted it.
Something must have been wrong with that.
I don't know. Maybe
I might have figured that out for you.
I don't know. Maybe I had bad reception or something, but I just kicked it. I said, fuck this. I'll find my news sources elsewhere. I have plenty of apps for that.
Well,
Got my sleeper app. That's all I need for football.
yes, Sleeper.
I've introduced you to that one as well. Where can they follow us at, bruv?
Well, the lovely people out there that are, if you're the uninitiated, rather, you can find us at Suplex Studies on Instagram and Twitter. And give us a little comment. You're on YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe. And we'd really like that. Share it with your friends, even your wrestling buddies.
Tell your family, tell your friends.
But we center the show around a classic match. Just has to be a year old. Later on in this one, we're going to be talking about a Survivor Series matchup between Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles. And we just checked that one out right before this. So first time for me on that. So yeah, that will be coming later.
I think I actually saw this one. I just don't remember it very well. I'm glad brother Isaiah brought it to our attention here today.
I might have seen it back in the day, I thought, but maybe I just saw highlights of it. But
you see, because I was watching some of this stuff between AJ and Jinder Mahal at that time. So that's why I actually remember AJ from this period of time. And that's probably why I watched him versus Brock. I think I was very anti-Mahal and I wanted AJ to win that title. And I think Isaiah was talking about it earlier that he had just gotten that title, didn't he?
Yeah, so I want to say it was either the week that week or the week before AJ beats Jinder on SmackDown in Manchester, England.
To SmackDown,
SmackDown, and that's how you knew this was very last minute because they were building up to Jinder and Brock for a couple weeks, And I think Brock might have called the audible here and been like, you know what, let's go with AJ here.
Let's
So
put somebody in there with me that can make me look good.
Shall we call an audible now? We're already talking about the match.
Audible now what?
Would you want to start our match now?
Are you going red 7 or green 18?
Is there an orange option?
let's save it.
All right, orange. Let's go orange 88. Back to the original game plan here. We got our news and notes to start the day off. What do we got today, gentlemen?
First thing I have here is we have a U.S. women's title introduced in the WWE. This has been clamored for by a lot of fans. And I wish it wasn't the same design as the men's title.
Oh, it's the same design, really?
Same design with the white strap.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so, could be a little better, but I guess I'm just not really a fan of that design. But, it was relatively new design from maybe 3 or 4 years ago, right? So,
Yep.
they're just sticking with it.
They introduced the design, I believe, during COVID.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So it's okay. I just feel like they've been doing this whole thing where they just put the white strap on a current design since like 2016.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Definitely am optimistic about it. It'll highlight some of the ladies that are a little lower on the totem pole, like a Michin or a.
Yes.
I would like Chelsea Green to be our inaugural champ here.
People are saying they're pushing for her for sure.
Or maybe like a Naomi who's kind of been on the wayside for a little bit.
Right, maybe Naomi.
But
Dakota Kai.
Yeah, they have some options here, but I do think I'm interested to see if this championship is either going to float, kind of like the women's tag titles do, or if they're going to end up introducing a women's IC belt on Raw.
Damn, that's probably a few years in the future, but no, I can foresee that as well. Be a good idea, I think.
I don't know if they would do that so soon, like you say, maybe in the future.
If you want to go full equality, then give the women the same amount of titles as the men in the same fashion. U.S. Intercontinental, Worlds, 2 of them, tag team titles, and they're on even playing fields now. You heard me. I have Hawkinson and Tua on my team. We're changing names.
Switching it up.
No more white flags.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the women's title. First thing that I've heard of it, I haven't seen the belt yet, but I am super excited about it.
Could envision it. White strap.
Yeah, I can envision it. Yeah, but like Isaiah was saying, I'm really excited because this is going to bring new storylines to the WWE, and they really do need that. They've just been focusing on the women's titles, and that's it. This will bring a secondary storyline to the women's division.
The women's world titles, that is. Yes, those 2 main titles. Get maybe Jade Cargill could be in the hunt for that. I don't know. But anyways, speaking of social media and toxic fans, sometimes I can't help myself but look at Facebook comment threads on these garbage-ass Facebook posts about wrestling. Specifically, people just trashing AEW. It's just funny to see the blind hatred from people who so obviously don't watch the shows. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can you trash something you're not actively watching? You're just parroting comments from other sources that you're listening to. I don't know. How are they so blinded?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of grifter podcasts out there that help people form their own quote unquote own opinions.
Right. Just listening, they're parroting shit.
It's also just like, okay, having ratings discourse and big 2024 is a little like, what are we doing here?
It's a fucking dumb argument. It's like, who watches this shit live? Like,
right.
I was fucking just watching Collision earlier. It's kind of a thing I like to do now, is like Sunday morning Collision. Actually,
yeah,
it's right before football now, and it's just like, oh, this is like a cool time, get the coffee going, fucking catch up on Collision, even Rampage sometimes. So it turns into like a 3-hour show. Dang. So it's like a 3-hour pape every Sunday morning,
Not saying like ratings aren't important, but they're not as important as one would think. Because especially when they get to Max in January.
It's game on.
It's game on, bro.
People can finally catch up and see like what they missed out on.
Not to mention, like, there's not going to be any like telling who's watching what. You know what I mean? Especially if they're doing it live because they're doing the simulcast and all that stuff. So
Right.
it's a little having that kind of like seeing people have that kind of discourse about wrestling, current day wrestling is very like, okay, well, I know what side of the fence you're on. There's really no point in having any sort of normal discussion with you because you're going to stay in this box over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there are some points where I could be like, okay, cool. Yeah. Crowd attendance is a little low. I get that. That has not much to do with the product itself, but more so to do with how they get the word out.
Yeah.
And which they haven't really done a good job. They've been promoting a lot more live dates now on their television, but
They just need to book the smaller, cool venues that they
Right.
can pack out with that amount of audience. It's what, probably anywhere from, I'd say, like 1,500 to 4,000 maybe on a given night.
I'd say, yeah,
Something like that.
they've been
city?
ranging. They've been ranging from like the 1,500 to like 3,000 range here
Yeah.
or there, give or take. But I feel like the size of the buildings kind of like lessens the crowd reactions a little bit because it's a lot more of like sound going out, but a lot less people in the buildings. Regardless, like I will say, I've had my gripes lately with the AEW product.
What's going on? What are you thinking?
I'm not digging this Adam Cole storyline.
Cole. Yeah, no, I'm not either. They picked the wrong guys to put up against him. Well, some would argue against it. So I was kind of, Malachi losing to him and like him kicking out to the end. I was like, yo, this is
I didn't know how to feel about them feeding Malachi to
Yeah. He
Now they
was
got-
up 6-0 though, to be fair. So he's 6-1 against the guy. But
yeah.
maybe he gets the dub back on him.
And now we got Takeshita.
Dude, are they serious right now?
So
Maybe he loses. Maybe he's got to lose his Cole, that is.
and not even
That's
like
bullshit. If
not even just who he's wrestling, but just how they fleshed out this storyline. Because it's like 1 week, Adam Cole's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this on my own." The next week, they're all friends again, and they're all gonna kick MJF's ass. Like, there's not really a lot of time to really let shit breathe. So when they go from one end of the spectrum to the other, it's a lot missing in between. And so not only that, but just like there's only a few storylines that I'm like significantly invested in AEW right now. Not to say that the matches aren't great,
yeah.
but I feel like the story, especially with Christian, yeah.
You ready for the next world champion? Yeah, it's me.
Kip Sabian?
He's my prodigy.
I don't know, man. I'm not digging it. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a good guy. My finest son, the forgotten son, is no longer forgotten.
Hey, it is what it is.
He saved my world title redemption shot.
He did.
He saw them coming.
He did. I gotta say, like, just that, like, stuff like that, or even with the the Death Riders stuff.
Death Riders?
I'm digging the way that they've been built, but I will say, like, I wish they had stronger people going against them rather than Dark Order or Andretti and Top Flight or.
Let it cook, man. It's going to take some time. They got to whip all these little
I get it.
side teams.
It's just like, of course they're legitimate, but at the same time, it's like we have so much talent that you can spare like a House of Black or something, or like you know what I mean? Like they could have. I don't know. I just felt like coming right off the bat and just beating all the lower tier guys up first
yeah.
It's like, yeah, of course you can do that. You know what I mean? So don't get me wrong. I still enjoy for the most part, but there are some stuff where I'm like, that was a choice. That was definitely a decision that y'all made. So mainly it's the Adam Cole MJF stuff, but there are like some, like, I really don't care for Kip Sabian.
Really?
Yeah. Like I feel like his time's kind of come and gone, a lot of start and stop. And so not to mention just like, they have put out little like seeds, but nothing like super like this is where we're going type of deal with him, except for the whole him stealing the pin or something like that, or him like hiding in the background during the interviews. Like it's just
they finally ended all of that shit because he was finally brought into the patriarchy.
It's just sorry. I'm just I don't know how to feel about it.
No, I mean I get it. Not everything is a fucking hit, you know. Nothing in wrestling is perfect, but it's that's the other point I was trying to get at is like, do a lot of these WWE fans really think like none of that shit stinks on like Raw and SmackDown? Or is it all like good, or are people like?
You'd be surprised, dude. You would be surprised. Like a lot of the people that I follow on Instagram who are in like the vintage community, they're all about the WWE stuff.
Yeah,
like.
But like everything on the show is good.
Right.
Like, come on.
Right. Or just like
glimpses I get.
People not noticing like, okay, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso pinned the World Tag Team Champions like 4 or 5 months ago. Never got a title match, even though they basically said they were going after the titles and stuff. So there's again, nothing is ever perfect as far as booking a wrestling show. I guess I just want a little bit, like, as far as the AEW, and I feel like they just need to emphasize the stories a little more.
They are, though. It's like so many
because like they I think it's just more so I'm not necessarily interested in some of the stories.
Well,
the main ones are going really well, like the Hurt Syndicate, whatchamacallit, the Death Riders, the Hangman and Jay White stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know, man. Like,
got Takeshita going up against everyone around the world.
Like, it's cool. The Ospreay stuff is cool, but like, I guess it's just the stuff on the lower end or like in the middle of the card where I'm like, man, I don't know.
What Powerhouse Hobbs is back.
I did enjoy that. No, I've been waiting on that. Yeah, so
well, Hobbs.
It's I don't know. I don't know if it's just me like kind of tuning out of it or something. Yeah. But like, there's certain guys that you want to see in the mix and they're not because of the overload of talent that they have.
So much talent.
Yeah. But I'm kind of just going with the ebbs and flows of it.
What are you checking out right now?
Honestly, I don't find myself watching a lot of the wrestling going on right now. Like, I'll see clips and stuff like that.
Yeah. You're keeping up a little bit.
As far as the AEW stuff, like, I'll watch it when I get a chance because I do go around my way to still watch it. But like last couple of weeks, I haven't been watching Dynamite Live or anything like that. Don't really find myself watching Rampage as much. I did enjoy the Private Party victory.
Cool. My voice got high. Gator, welcome back.
Hello, what's going on?
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm a little tuned out on the AEW stuff at the moment. I am like paying attention.
Yeah.
And I think once Kenny comes back, once certain people come back, it's gonna, especially like what is it, the Continental Classics coming up.
Oh, that's about to be fucking tight.
So I think I'm kind of I'm hanging in there until we get to the meat and potatoes of like the people who I really want to see on these shows.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Learning Tree stuff also is just like, man,
Big Bill's tight.
Yeah, man. I like Big Bill. I like Brian Keefe, but like they're kind of just dragging this thing.
Yeah, I think we need to get to the turn. Big Bill turning on Jericho, win that ROH World title. Maybe they go with that for as soon as World's End. Maybe play this out towards the end of the year. It's good enough time. Finish it up, wrap it up, let the guy move on. Big baby face Ring of Honor World title reign because the crowd clearly loves Big Bill. So
absolutely.
I don't know. I think Gator's right on that call. What do you think, Gator?
I'm clamoring for more Big Bill. I need Big Bill to get some big wins and get some big belts on his big ass.
But yeah, besides all of that, there was an ECW tribute type show this past week. Did y'all see any of that? The NXT show in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, I think so.
2,300.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
Arena.
I checked it out. I'm not like.
You saw the whole show?
I saw a majority of it. I don't want to see Bully Ray on my TV in 2024 in a wrestling match. You know,
you didn't like Nunzio? You didn't like my match?
No, well, actually, he went kind of crazy.
Did he have a match?
Yeah, he had a match. He faced
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah.
1v1.
Yeah, 1v1.
North American title match, yeah.
Yeah. I gave him a good matchup, too, but in the end, his Italian blood was a little bit purer than mine. I wasn't able to get the victory.
Well, god dang it, Nuns.
I think my main disconnect with the show is like NXT in comparison to ECW are like on very two separate ends of the spectrum here. So like meshing those together just didn't really vibe with me all that well. I am looking forward to the eventual Wesley Rob Van Dam match.
That we're going to run that?
So they did an angle where Wesley attacks Rob Van Dam after he lost to Javon Evans with the assist from Rob Van Dam. Attacks him with a chair. And yeah, it was I think, eventually they're going to get a match out of him for NXT. And I think that's going to deliver on a very high end. But as far as like just the overall vibe, yeah, it's cool if you're like into ECW. But at the same time, it's like, how many ECW shows have we done over the last 20 years or so?
Yeah, just like let it have its peaceful death.
Exactly. Like, it's cool that they ran at that venue and everything, but I just felt like, okay, we have Dawn Marie as a special ref. We had, like, a lot of it just felt unnecessary.
The one thing I saw, or one of the things I saw from that match, or I don't know if it was the main event, but Bully Ray and Trick versus Ethan and someone else.
Rich Holland, yeah.
Okay, Rich Holland, yeah. That's right. So Bubba counted 1, 2, 3, get the tables. And I was like, when did he ever say 1, 2, 3? That was so corny, I thought, but I don't know why he did that. He didn't have to do that. He could have just been like, Trick.
Yeah, no, he's been doing that a lot lately.
Tables.
As far as like his later run, he'll do the 1, 2, 3, get this. If Devon's not there, he'll get the 1, 2.
I think the crowd is fucking smart enough to watch him, and wait for it. I don't know, but it was just a minor screw to a Titan there, as old Bully Ray likes to say.
Yeah, show wasn't bad, but I could have done without it.
Yeah. I have this last piece of news. There was those WWE releases where you had Baron Corbin being released, Indy Hartwell, right, and one other talent,
Tegan Knox.
That's right. What'd y'all think about this one, Gator? Any thoughts?
I know. Probably get him in AEW, I would say. Indy Hartwell and Tegan Knox are both. Candice is still there. She's the one who got released before. And now Indy gets released, and they were in a storyline together. That's why I kind of get them confused sometimes. But yeah, no, I think they'd make great additions to the women's division. It's already crowded, but...
Yeah. Pretty crowded.
TNA, maybe?
Maybe some TNA action.
There you go, some TNA, maybe some ROH. Somebody can challenge Ember Moon. Athena. She's been the champ for a good long time now, man.
Long time.
I love it.
I wonder if... I was going to say Deanna and Taya Valkyrie are on the mind. They just changed their name they introduced their name as the Vendetta on this recent Rampage.
V for Vendetta?
They've been having a video package for like the last month and a half, probably on.
I do enjoy that pairing. It's a nice pairing.
I think they're like slowly building up to who their next, trainee or underling is going to be. I don't know who it's going to be, but dude, fucking Julia Hart's back.
Yep. Yeah,
that was cool. That just sprung into my mind. She had a really cool video of like having a nightmare killing her former self with a bow and arrow. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. I just saw
it was so cool.
I gotta check that out.
And then she like wakes up from the nightmare. Very, very nice. House of Black always wins. I don't know if they're gonna be trios champs again. I meant to say the house always wins, but I think you understood. House of Black is going to be facing FTR tonight on AEW Dynamite. Bang, bang. I'm looking at the card here. We have Mox seizes the Superstation TBS. Them dang old Death Riders. But, the House of Black is represented by Malachi Black and Brody King. I hope they get that dub. I don't know if they will, though. I feel like FTR is going to win this one and go to Full Gear. Oh, yeah, Full Gear, fuck yeah. That's going to be a good time, November 23rd. Saturday? Perhaps? What else is on this card, Eric? We have Takeshita versus Adam Cole, baby, as we alluded to earlier. Also, we have the Bang Bang Gang, Bullet Club Gold, Jay Whitehall with Juice Robinson. They're taking on Hangman Adam Page and Christian Cage. That's right, Eric. You pronounced it correctly. I'm proud of you. Yeah, Nigel. Shut the fuck up. It's time I conduct some business. I got this, Eric. I'll announce the rest of the card. Fuck out of here. Hanger and I are going to take Bullet Club Gold out. Bang, bang, gang.
Fucking bullshit. What is that? Looks like we're going to hear from Bobby Lashley. Probably his goons, too. We're hearing from Jamie Hayter and also Will Ospreay. Oi. Leo Rush versus Swerve. Interesting. I'll keep my eye on that. We got Lance Archer and Roddy Strong in a Falls Count Anywhere. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Penelope Ford. She is back. The DMD, that is.
Yeah. We Gator and I were talking off air, thinking or questioning where the fuck is Dr. Britt Baker, and here she is. Maybe she just took a little quick break again. But yeah, that's the card for tonight. Very excited for Dino tonight.
Dynamito.
I bet you're wondering, gee, Eric, are you alone right now? Yes, that is the case. We this is a little split section here of the pod. Also, I had to remove football background noise on this previous clip, so that's why it sounded choppy. Gator had some shiznits come up, so he had to dip out, unfortunately. But he will be back on episode 23 next week. I'll just say what we're going to do right now, since we're on the topic. We will be going over Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. Speak of the devil, their lights out match. So the pandemic match. I am very excited to revisit this one. I have not seen it since, so it's, gosh, what has it been, 4 years probably? I didn't look up the date, so that's on me.
Up next, we're going to do the feature match of the week. Yeah!
We have a Survivor Series matchup here. Champion versus champion. And Isaiah's here was actually at this one. Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. This was at the Toyota Center in Houston on November 19th, 2017. Isaiah, what's the first thing that comes to mind for you here?
This was a really good show. That was like the main thing that I thought. I'm like, man, I forgot how good this show was, on paper at least. The Shield versus New Day was on this show.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that one.
Unfortunately, there was a Baron Corbin Miz match, IC versus US champ. But
sounds riveting.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte was very, very good. Usos versus Cesaro and Sheamus was also on this show.
Which Uso? Did you say Uso?
The Usos.
Oh, the Usos.
Plural.
Oh,
yeah.
versus the Bar.
Versus the Bar, yeah. So really good match there. And then, yeah, we have AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, first time ever, Universal Champion versus WWE Champion. And this is the first year that they did the SmackDown versus Raw concept.
Like all the way through?
All the way throughout the whole show. So, like, after the match is done here, Raw and SmackDown are tied 3-3. And during Lesnar's entrance, they kind of emphasize, like, hey, this is a must-win for Raw if they have any shot of winning the night.
Right.
So kind of a little foreshadowing. Yeah, foreshadowing there. But, yeah, no, this was a great show, great weekend. I was at the NXT show prior, the day before, the first War Games that they ever did for WWE. Andrade beats Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. Or, well, no, it was Drew McIntyre, actually. But, yeah, no, definitely a lot of memories coming back for me. Really enjoyed my time in Houston that weekend. And, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's cool. I was, sometimes I go to Houston for some shows and stuff. So I don't think I've ever been to a wrestling show over there, though. Now that I'm thinking about it. I've missed quite a few papes over the years with the WWE.
I can't think of, like, the last pay-per-view they did in Houston over there.
I don't know.
Regardless, yeah, really good show. And really excited to talk about this match. Yeah, fun weekend with some good peeps of mine.
H-Town. Triple H-Town.
Yeah, even I think this was the one where in the main event, I think Raw wins. And the team, I don't remember exactly what the team was, but
I saw Kurt Angle's face on the the poster.
It's like Kurt Angle. It was Triple H, Braun Strowman. Who else?
Let's see. I have it right here. Team Raw: Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Triple H defeated Team SmackDown: Shane O'Mac, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Nakamura, and John Cena.
Yeah,
that's a pretty stacked little 5-on-5 there.
Finn and Nakamura got a little New Japan chant.
Oh, yeah?
I do remember that, yeah. A lot of Bullet Club shirts in the crowd for this
That
event.
was during that time. That was the heat of Bullet Club.
I do remember at the end, though, like, it was this weird angle that they did where Braun Strowman, like, attacked Triple H and, like, backed him into a corner, and Triple H looked all scared and stuff. Like, it was very weird because they never followed up on it or anything. But yeah, very, very good show. And when you say that on paper, I'm like, man, what a lineup of characters we have there. Bobby Roode in the main event.
Yeah, it went 33 minutes, it said, so that's pretty cool. Good times in the WWE it was, although a lot of people would say this is like during their I don't know if people look back so fondly on those years.
This is fresh off the gender run.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot of people were checked out around this time, I'm sure. I was a member of the Maharaja mob.
I was kind of liking Ginger.
It was
back
something
then,
new,
yeah.
something fresh.
I didn't expect him to beat Orton.
Nah, me neither, but truth be told, like it was neat. There was some new blood that needed to be in the mix around that time.
Shook it up a bit.
Yeah, what I would say his reign was maybe a little too long. He held it for like 6 months or so.
Yeah,
but he did what he was supposed to do. They were leaning towards Jinder and Brock for the show, like I said earlier. But yeah, they called the old switcheroo, and we got a way better match out of it.
Jinder was indeed hindered here. Much to the chagrin of many a Maharaja fan back then. The real Maharaja, I think they called him. Right? Something like that?
Modern day Maharaja.
The modern day
Maharaja.
Maharaja.
Yeah.
That one. I forgot about it. MDM.
He beat Nakamura on a pay-per-view. That shit was crazy.
Did he?
SummerSlam.
Did he?
SummerSlam, yeah. Nakamura dumped Cena on his head and beat John Cena to get the main event at SummerSlam, and he lost to Jinder Mahal.
Wow. How about that?
The beginning of the end.
What was that fucking theme song for this? Oh, wait, we took... So not only we had two different audible with the match today. I don't know if I even mentioned earlier. So yeah, on episode 21 yesterday that we dropped, we had said that we were going to do Okada Omega 2 originally, but that match was like over an hour or so. Then we're like, oh, why don't we do the Team Alliance versus Team WWF from Survivor Series 01, and then that one ended up being like 45 minutes or some shit. So we switched it to this one, and I'm really glad because this Lesnar Styles match, this was a one-off, right? Is that what you had said?
The first and only, yeah.
Yeah, and perfect timing, great stylistic matchup here. Really fun, entertaining match. I mean, Lesnar is beating the shit out of AJ. I mean, pretty much most of this match, but he comes out knees a-blazing and stomping mud holes in his ass.
Yeah, this is the Lesnar special right here. Just come out the gates hot. You're not in for a long one with a Lesnar match, but when he's in there with a guy like a Finn Balor or a AJ Styles or a Daniel Bryan, like they do the following Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah, I heard that's a good one as well.
Really good match, yeah. So, you're going to get a good match out of it. Usually if he's in there with like another powerhouse, it could be hit or miss a little bit. But, yeah, this was a really good one, and he lays it on thick with the strikes, the stomping. He's tossing AJ all over the place. He hit AJ with a running knee in the corner.
Yeah.
That looked fucking crazy for a guy of his size because he got all the way up there. It was like V-Trigger-esque.
He was watching Kenny during this time.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a fan of the Okada Omega series up at this point.
Yeah, so he was going after it. Lesnar's tramp stamp is very prominent in this match.
Wait, what?
Yeah, not saying I looked down there or anything, but it definitely like caught my eye.
What? Have I not seen this?
Yeah,
Are you
Lesnar has a
kidding
little
me?
tramp stamp that he usually covers up. I want to
Wait,
say it
that
says.
sounds familiar.
I want to say it says "kill them all,"
Oh no way! That's fucking hilarious.
but yeah. So a good chunk of this match went to Lesnar.
Search it, seek and destroy.
fucking.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, thanks.
But yeah, so that definitely caught me off guard a little bit. Yeah, dude, that shit's kill them all. Yeah,
Kill them all. Oh no, that is fucking hilarious.
definitely an Odd Future Wolfgang fan.
Why have I? That's funny, dude. Lesnar would kick my ass, but you know, whatever. As he, if the way he's tossing around AJ, yeah, he would do what he did twofold to me.
But yeah, so Lesnar fucking suplexes him all over the place, tossing him around, throws him against the announce table. Like, he pulls no punches whatsoever. And it takes a while for AJ to really get his bearings back, but he catches him with I think he caught him in the corner. He got him in the corner and went after the legs, chopped the tree down, big DDT, and kind of now you get a good exchange. Phenomenal forearm to the outside first.
Yes, the
Off
springboard.
off the springboard, and then he hits it off the steps.
The stairs. Yeah.
So AJ was definitely in the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed the urgency in AJ's movements here, because the moment he lets up it's bye-bye for him. And I remember losing my mind because this crowd is very split down the middle
Yeah.
for this match.
Yeah, man. Lots of love for AJ, man. Lots of love for the Beast, man.
Let's talk about this announce team real quick,
Yeah.
because we had a 5-man booth.
Woo!
5-man booth.
Michael Cole.
Corey Graves, Booker T,
Todd?
Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips.
I almost called him Todd Phillips. Wait, isn't that like a director or something? Todd Phillips.
Maybe. I think you're thinking about Todd Grisham.
Todd Gresham.
But yeah, and then we also have Byron Saxton on this call.
So Saxton as well. Yeah.
5 fucking people on an announce table. And when they after this match, they shoot to the commentary team, and it's literally 2 announce tables combined to seat these guys. It's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, dude. Todd Phillips is that Joker producer, and Joker Faliadu.
Yeah, I heard that movie was shite.
That's what I heard too, man. I didn't go watch that shit. I heard it's just Joker and Harley Quinn, or it's just Joker and Lady Gaga tap dancing. And
Yeah, once I heard the word musical,
yeah,
I was like, yeah, I'm out of it.
Come on,
I'm out of
man.
here.
And you know, I think a lot of people looked on that movie, the first one, and with rose-colored glasses, because I mean, even when I had first saw it, I don't think I really. I wasn't like over the moon about it.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all right, you know, serviceable. But I'm liking the newer Batman universe even more so now. The Batman, or Battinson, as people are saying.
I definitely like that film as
Patman.
well. Patman. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, no. Well, I've been watching The Penguin. I need to fucking. Oh, damn! The finale's tonight. I'm behind an episode.
I've heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't checked it out though.
Yeah. They deserve all the accolades they're getting. It's me. It's the Penguin, but you can call me Oz.
Yeah, Colin Farrell. I didn't even know it was him under there. That shit look crazy.
Right? I know.
The makeup department don't get what is it, an Oscar or a Tony? I don't know. Or Emmy, right? Emmy?
Emmys might be TV shows, right?
I think so.
It's an Oscar. Wouldn't it be an Oscar?
Wasn't it episodic?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Emmys. You're right.
And it's an Emmy. Yeah,
I was thinking for the movie.
I'm not cultured, so.
You uncultured swine. Remember that one?
What was that? It sounds like Foley.
No, it's it's Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, yeah. You uncultured filthy swine. Yeah.
What is the pig's name?
Ham.
Ham. Damn it. I was thinking the other day. I couldn't fucking remember the name.
I love Toy Story.
Toy Story's the shit, right? Well, 1 and 2. But a lot of people love 3. I don't remember it that well.
I cried like a bitch during 3 and 4.
I haven't seen 4 yet.
Actually, no. I cried like a bitch during 3 towards the end when Andy leaves them.
Yeah.
And then during 4, I got really fucking upset. because Woody and Buzz went separate ways.
No way. The dynamic duo has been split.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, they needed to shake that up somehow.
Woody finds Bo Peep at an antique store in a small town, and they end up reuniting and staying together in the small town. And Buzz is like, "Well, so we going or what? We got to go with the little girl that we're with." And he's like, "I'm out of here, bro. Like, I'm done. I'm checking out." And so yeah, they go their separate ways. And I was just like, "This is bullshit." I was maybe like 22 or something. I was like, "This is fucking bullshit." I was so angry.
And I guess
Great movie, though.
They're
Great.
doing another one, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
For fuck's sake, let it die. Apparently, there's going to be another Star Wars trilogy as well. Do you fuck with Star Wars?
I was big on like the prequel things when I was younger. So like I did watch all the older movies on like VHS and stuff. But as far as like the newer stuff, not really into it.
Yeah, the newest trilogy was ass. I kind of like gaslit myself a little bit thinking I liked it. It was kind of the same thing that happened to, I'm talking about part 7 specifically. It's kind of what happened to the adult fans for part 1 in 1999. They went through the same shit. Like people were like, "Oh yeah, I like this," but you really didn't. You know, deep down, fucking they hated Jar Jar Binks, and just
see, Jar Jar was my fucking guy, bro.
What?
But I was like 4 when that shit came out. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I was 5, so yeah. No, I loved it too, and I had that video game, Star Wars Jedi Power Battles on PS1. You familiar with that?
I was an Xbox kid.
Damn.
So I played Star Wars Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. I don't think I'm familiar.
It was a pretty cool game. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shout out LucasArts.
Yeah, the old LucasArts. Yeah, you know, everyone. Well, I don't know. People are into the Jedi games that are.
I played the first one. It was really good. I didn't play the second one, but I did enjoy the first one for sure.
Yeah. Damn, quite the tangents there, but we love it here at Suplex Studies, as you know, if you've listened here before.
It's Tangent Central, yeah.
That's right. Let's see. I have a couple other things here. I have Heyman is so good written down. I always liked him and Lesnar. They're, like peanut butter and jelly in my mind in wrestling, you know.
You forget how good these guys are together.
Yeah.
They've been apart for, 2 years now or so? 22 or 21?
Oh my God, since 03, right? Or wait, even 02? Right?
Well, I was saying like how long they've been separated. So he was with Roman in 2020, but then when Lesnar came back, they kind of played with that a little bit. Whenever we came, 21, I would think is kind of when they officially like broke off from each other. But yeah, they were together since his debut in 2002.
Yeah, just such a long time, man.
He did turn on him in 03, I think, with Big Show for like a short period of time.
Yeah.
Whenever he went on his babyface run, and then Lesnar left like the following year. So we really didn't get a lot of follow up. But whenever he came back, we got the pairing. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that first stint for Lesnar was pretty short lived, man.
Yeah, I would say not even 2 years. It was like a little short of 2 years.
Damn. He did a lot in those 2 years.
Fuck yeah, he did. He wanted to go play in the NFL. Look how that turned out for him.
It's number 69.
Nice.
Fucking Lesnar with the he's the Vikings, right? Oh my gosh. That was pretty funny. I remember hearing about that in 4th grade, being like, "What? Lesnar in the NFL? Oh my God."
Yeah, I'm sure people thought he was going to do damage over there, but it's like he didn't even make a roster for real. He was on like a training camp or
practice
some shit.
squad.
Yeah. Took a real risk to be on a practice squad. I'm sure he got sick of it too, like with all the travel and stuff. He's not really a people person.
Yeah, not his lifestyle. That was at I was going to say the height of just the rampant touring of WWE, and they never stopped that until recently. They kind of slowed it down.
Yeah, I would say over the last like 2 years or so, they really peeled back on the live events. But dude, they were going 300 plus days a year on the road, international tours, going to see the troops and all kind of other shit.
That's a rough ass schedule.
Yeah, man, makes me want to pee on someone too. I get it. I get it, dude.
Oh. Any other thoughts on this match here? Let's see. Oh, wait, I don't think we mentioned yet. AJ was going after the left knee shin area.
Yeah, he was chopping the tree
Brock
down.
Lesnar.
Yeah, big calf crusher led to the reversal from Brock, where he just grabs him by the fucking skull and just starts bouncing his fucking head off like a basketball.
That was pretty awesome.
Very clever. Yeah, no, they had a lot
to see.
They had a lot of chemistry here. Like they kind of definitely studied each other's movesets here. Especially Lesnar was a good base for AJ, especially in the finish. But Lesnar made it an emphasis to sell the leg.
He sold that shit really well.
Yeah, and Lesnar doesn't really sell for a lot of people, so you can tell he was really into this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so before I deleted my Snapchat, I had a few clips of this match on my Snapchat.
You didn't download it?
Nah, there's a clip. I do remember a clip of me because I used to just scream and yell during these. Because now, whenever I post like clips from wrestling shows, I don't say anything.
Yeah.
But for this one, he hit the big 450 splash, the springboard 450.
Oh yeah.
And I'm yelling, pin that motherfucker! Like I'm just like going crazy. But yeah, dude, the 450 was nuts. Hits him with the phenomenal form for a big near fall.
Did he hit 2 of those?
He did, yeah. So he hit one on. Actually, he hit 3 if you want to count the one off the steps.
Oh yeah,
But yeah. One on the outside, and then he did the one, on the inside and got the near fall.
Right.
Tried to go for a Styles Clash. I don't know how that would have went on.
Oof. Impossible.
Yeah, but Lesnar counted that into a F5 attempt, but didn't get it off. AJ also went for the classic moonsault, springboard moonsault into the DDT, and Lesnar caught him on that.
Yeah.
So Lesnar definitely was a really, like I said, really good base for AJ here, just bouncing off of him the whole time. Man.
We didn't quite have Suplex City like rowdy, but according to my count, I had 3 suplexes on this one. Gator also had 3, and there was a really big release German, and then like another release German where he, flips out all the way.
Yeah.
Backflip style.
The first one was like a big belly to belly too.
Oh, it was fucking badass.
But other than that, he was
Did you remember any others? Or I don't know.
I want to say there was maybe another one.
There might have been one
but
more.
At the same time, he was kind of just throwing them around the whole
tossing
time.
them
So it
around
was kinda,
like a little baby.
yeah, just Beal after Beal, just tossing them around to the outside. One to the outside, a couple from the corners. Yeah, man, he fucking had his way with this guy. And it made you really want to root for AJ, especially if like you're a big AJ fan at the time, which I was. Made you want to see him get back into the mix because you don't want another SummerSlam 2014 on our hands. Where he
is that Lesnar and
Cena? Yeah, where he hit him with like 16 Germans and took it home, and that was it.
Oh
Cena
my god!
Cena got no offense in or nothing, so. Definitely didn't want to see another one of those.
Right. No,
so
this
AJ got his shine. Yeah, AJ got his shine, and they definitely delivered. Like I said, it could have been way better than the gender match that was proposed before this. It was like the Beast versus the Beast Slayer or something, or Beast Rider, or some corny ass shit like that. But yeah, Brock catches him for after the first phenomenal forearm hits, he gets the near fall. He goes for another one, and Lesnar catches him perfectly. He's like hobbling on one leg while he has him up, and just fucking boom, tosses him 1 F5, and it's thank you, ma'am.
Yep. Good night, Irene. I thought that was a really fun match. I'm pretty sure I didn't see it before this. I might have been checking this one out through Twitter back then, just on the clips.
Yeah, I never got to watch this back at all.
Yeah, just live, huh?
Just a live experience.
It's always cool going back and checking out something that you were there for but hadn't seen the other views of it, But the other thing I have here that I wanted to talk about was I'm so glad that Universal title is dead. And hopefully forever never comes back.
They just introduced another one, basically, just with a different name.
I mean, the World Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of 2 world titles.
I'm not either, but each brand has always, well, not always, but has had, a champ on each
Yeah.
show, and it's
hard to
kinda
manage a
used to
roster
it.
that big too. So it's like you kind
Yeah.
of need to have that that stability as far as championship balance and all this other stuff. But like, yeah, I remember when that Universal title first got unveiled, it was like they booed in the arena.
No way.
Yeah, Foley unveiled it and they fucking booed.
It's so ugly. Red strap.
They called it the fruit roll up title.
Oh,
You know, so and the
Fucking
blue one
disgusting.
was not that much
that
better.
was disgusting too.
Yeah, so I'm glad we're
That whole
past
title was
that.
trash.
Yeah, I'm glad we're past it. I will say they had mentioned that Brock Lesnar held the title for like 240 something days up until that point, and that was the longest reign that they had for like probably like 5+ years, maybe. So it's like, damn, going from that where they would just kind of hot potato the belts a little bit
Yeah,
to
like
now
Kevin
where,
Owens and Goldberg. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Who
like,
else?
it's,
Seth Rollins. Maybe
it's interesting. Like now they just like guys hold those belts for so long now.
Yeah. That's why I think Roman Reigns' title reign is such bullshit, because he has the Universal title first, right? And they count that on top of his WWE Championship title reign. I'm just like, this is fugazi.
It
You're
got
cheating
a
on
little
this.
convoluted for
Yeah.
sure because it was a little toss up. Like, did they just like clear the lineage of the most prestigious belt that they have? Like,
No, there's no way. I was wondering.
they didn't.
Yeah,
They
no.
didn't. But like the way that they were presenting it, especially when they merged the titles together, it was just like, so what are we doing now? You know?
Yeah.
But thankfully, you know, we still procured the legacy of the WWE Championship, and I think once LA Knight just started calling it the WWE Championship en route to the Crown Jewel match, we're like, okay, we'll just keep it this way, because the more we forget about the Universal title, the better, I feel.
Yeah. Oh my god! And they were calling it the WWE Undisputed Universal. Fucking your sister's ass. I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a long, drawn out thing that they had to
Jesus
say every
Christ,
single time.
man.
But yeah, not a fan of this championship. I was excited when Kevin Owens did win it. I will say that. Like, I was a big Kevin Owens guy.
Really?
Yeah, especially like with the maybe the way he won it was a little controversial because Triple H just basically did it for him.
Oh, who did? I don't even remember.
So this was a 4-way. It was a 4-way with elimination style 4-way. So it was Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Big Cass, Big Bill.
Oh.
And basically, Big Cass gets eliminated. Triple H
Gosh.
hits a pedigree to Roman on the outside, rolls him in. Seth goes for the cover because this is when Seth and Triple H are still, you know, cool as far as the authority and all that stuff. And they think, you know, try to make you think that Seth is going to win with the help of Triple H, and then Triple H just pedigree Seth. And that leads into our Mania program going down the following year with Triple H and Seth at Mania 33. And so that's how Kevin Owens ends up winning the Universal title. Apparently, him and Jericho were supposed to wrestle at Mania for the
Yeah.
Universal title before Goldberg came back at Survivor Series later that year. And yeah, so ever since then, ever since Fastlane 2017, it's been fuck Bill Goldberg pretty much. Yeah.
Fastlane 2017. What is that, like? AJ Styles versus Nakamura or something?
I can't even remember.
I don't know. That's a wild guess.
It's definitely
on
a
my part.
forgettable show. I will say I do remember the Cruiserweight title match for that show. It was Neville versus Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
What the fuck?
I only remember this because me and my friend Raymond, shout out to Didi, we used to mock Neville's
Loose screw.
Yeah, loose screw. We used to mock Neville's like promo. He's like, at Fastlane. At Fastlane. So yeah, that's like the only reason I remember that match at all.
Fucking Pac-Man. I like that he's with the Death Riders in AEW right now.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's doing something.
Yeah.
You know?
Faction warfare has always been the baseline in AEW, but it's like extra ramped up right now.
I feel like we just have too many heel groups.
There are a lot of heel groups going on.
We need to push the premier athletes.
They're getting a little bit of they just keep losing.
You know,
But I
say
love
that-
Mark Sterling.
Yeah,
out there.
he's good at what he does for sure.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. I love when he's, laid out when he gets hit. He's just fucking dead, eyes closed. Dunzo. It always makes for a good all in the Major Pod Facebook group, people will like, cut that out and you start photoshopping it on a bunch of other shit.
Oh, they're memeing the shit out of them?
Yeah.
Gotta love.
You gotta see
that.
some of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be. I'll have to send some your way. But damn, that wraps up the feature match of the week here. That old Survivor Series junt, if you will. But damn, Survivor Series is coming up very soon. What do we got? Bloodline.
I don't think we have any matches announced.
I mean, people are speculating it's gonna be Bloodline, right? War Games.
Well, here's the thing. Like with the segment that they just did, they're kind of, because I thought it was just gonna be 4-on-4, but apparently they're gonna add a couple. It's 5-on-5. So what we're speculating is Kevin Owens, which would make actually it would make sense if he. I don't know, because he fucking has been beefing with the other Bloodline too. You know what I mean? So, but people were assuming that Kevin Owens would join that side, and then Cody would join the OG Bloodline to kind of like level it out. I would rather them just do a title match.
Who against who?
Owens and Cody run it back after after his heel turn, because I mean it's the first match that they've done with Kevin Owens fully gone heel.
Yeah.
But there's really no telling what direction they're going to go, because Kevin has got this thing with Randy right now. He just hit him with a pile driver on Friday, and they like sold it like all crazy. Didn't even look that crazy.
Wasn't
but
that devastating?
See, I would have done the CM Punk one where he just fucking jumps into the pile driver, just fucking slammed him. But
yeah, God, I love a pile driver.
It's hard to call it. Like, even the world title matches for Raw, like, they didn't specify that it was for Survivor Series. They just said somewhere down the road. So, like, Gunther is getting a title match, or I'm sorry, Priest is getting a title match with Gunther somewhere down the road, not Survivor Series.
What?
EO won a Battle Royal on Monday to face Liv Morgan down the road. It's not at Survivor Series, apparently. So, there's really no telling what direction they're going to go on any of this, but they need to make it snappy, because the shit's coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I don't know what else is going on with that. I'd assume maybe LA Knight's in the mix there with someone. I don't know.
Though? That's what I'm saying.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Santos Escobar, they already did it. Carmelo and Andrade, it's
already been
you know what I mean, done to
hell,
death.
yeah.
So as far as who's in the mix for that U.S. title, it's like maybe they run the Logan Paul match.
I was about to say
back.
Logan Paul is coming back,
but
he's taking some time off.
He's not coming back for no damn Survivor Series.
Nah.
They don't emphasize it as much as they used to anymore.
Where's CM Punk yet?
That too. See, like they were teasing Punk possibly going after the world title.
Which one? Gunther's?
Gunther, yeah. And
I'd love to see Gunther versus CM Punk.
And he hasn't been seen since the show after Bad Blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then he bumped Seth's shoulder, or Seth bumped him rather.
And not to mention, that shit pissed me off too, with the Bronson Reed losing to Rollins. Like, what are we doing?
Had he
here?
not lost to him yet already?
No. Well,
they didn't have any matches prior.
No, he just attacked him. He attacked him. He injured him. He attacked him. He injured him, and Seth was on the table, or on the injury list for a good while after that, and he just came back, and they have him beat Bronson Reed. Not to mention, the beginning of the match, he hits like two fucking. Actually, no, he hits a tsunami, and he goes up for a second one, and Seth just gets up. You know what I mean? So it's like,
he got up after a second tsunami.
No, he got up after the first one, but it's at the same time, like, you're trying to emphasize, like, the tsunami has been emphasized as like a devastating maneuver. So just the way the match was laid out, and I felt like if you want to solidify Bronson Reed as like a main event caliber guy, he needs to get this win.
Right.
You can always give Seth his win back. There's no hurting Seth and losing to a guy who's put him on the injury list. Seth wasn't 100%. You know what I mean? So it was.
How'd he beat him? Curb stomp?
I don't even. I want to say. Yeah, I want to say he beat him with a curb stomp, but super curb stomp. But at the same time, Bronson got up after that. After he lost, he got up after the super curb stomp. So it was like they still tried to make him look strong, but it's like, why not just give him the fucking win?
Just give him the win.
Just give him the win. It's not that, like, it's not going to hurt anybody.
He looks, imposing. And, Seth is
And
a much smaller guy.
He'll probably end up getting his win back anyways, but it's like, man, you should have just done it the other way around, because this is like, now it's a given. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, they'll figure it out for old Jonah there. Wait, Bronson Reed. Rava. Anything else on your wrestling mind, sir?
I mean,
Anything catch your eye lately?
not really, man. That's the thing. Like, I had just
Kenny Omega's back, dude.
I will say that, like,
I didn't even fucking watch the promo yet. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I do
crazy.
like that they're getting him in there with Gabe Kidd.
It's gonna be a great match.
My wife, my wife, shout out to Vanessa, but she's a huge Kenny Omega mark, and before we had our, we're expecting.
Yes.
Before that, we really wanted to make an effort to go to Japan for Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty.
Oh,
and that kind of put a hamper on some things. But she's a big Kenny Omega fan, and she was like, you know what? I don't even know who the other guy is, so I'm glad we're not going. So I'm like, nah, Gabe Kidd's pretty good. She's like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
It's going to be a great match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Wrestle Dynasty shaping up to be a pretty good card. Wrestle Kingdom, on the other hand, not so sure.
You don't think so?
I feel like
Shingo versus Takeshita?
That's the only match that's really popping out to me right
Ooh,
now.
Is that for Kingdom or Dynasty?
Kingdom. From what I understand,
Alright.
it's for Wrestle Kingdom.
That's going to be great.
I think they're doing Jack Perry versus Suji.
Oh, yes.
For Wrestle Dynasty. So that
TNT title?
TNT title.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I will say, Wrestle Dynasty is looking like a really good card. Obviously, they're giving Shota Umino the Naito treatment, the Stardust Genius treatment, kind of giving him the push before he really, really is over with the crowds.
Is he getting a world title shot?
Main event.
It's for the AEW World title, right?
No, him and Saber.
Oh, Shooter. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking against Moxley, because I think Shota or Umino just called out Moxley too, right?
So they'll probably do that the next night.
All right. There's probably the following day then.
They'll probably do that the next night. But yeah, Ricochet versus Saber
For the world title.
world title. Yeah, so
What a taste!
I'm looking forward to that. Full Gear is looking like a great card on paper. Bobby Lashley and Swerve.
Shit.
We got
it's going to be good.
Orange Cassidy and Moxley. I saw them wrestle at All Out for the international title when they ended up main eventing, which was a great match.
That was a good one. I remember that.
Fantastic match. And then I think Cassidy beat him at Full Gear later that year. So they're kind of calling back to that in a bit. And so I know I've been harping on the stories, but I really enjoyed what they've done with Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor and all that stuff. And yeah, man, I mean, we got the 4-way for the tag titles. Big Outrunners W.
Oh, yeah. They just beat Top Flight, I think, on Collision.
Yeah, we'll see who the other guys are in the mix. I know we were talking about it before we got on air here.
House of Black and FTR going at it on Dynamite.
It's a toss-up, man.
Tonight, since we release this on Wednesday, every Wednesday
Yeah.
on your favorite podcast platform. But yeah, dude, fucking House of Black against FTR. I mean, FTR is going to win that, right?
I think so, yeah.
Fuck.
House of Black not looking so hot right now.
Well, with the return of Julia, they're still dominant in the trios division. So maybe, just maybe, we get that feud against the Death Riders after a lot of this cools down on this little current arc for the Death Riders and House of Black. Because, yeah, Malachi's been on a little loss streak, I guess. Well, I don't think so. Just as Adam Cole loss was, I mean, it had to be done, just because of Adam Cole's, run to MJF here. So, I don't know. They aren't looking that hot, but I have hope that they fucking can turn this shit around for the House of Black.
Yeah, I will say what they did at the end of that match was a little weird considering he's not going anywhere.
I don't know if it was just because he was up 6-0 and like kind of recognized him as a worthy opponent now after all these years. And, man, I don't think he should have kicked out of the end. Maybe just not hit it at all. But no, they were really selling that as a big part of that match that, oh my gosh, he was so in shock and disbelief that didn't put Cole out. And he went out on his shield and just sat there and took the knee. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they could do it to get Malachi on track for the world title. There's a lot of suitors for that title right now, so that's a shot in the dark.
He's not high on the pecking order there as far as
unfortunately
that.
not.
I'd say like at least get him in the TNT title mix or something.
International title,
something.
No, put him. Maybe he needs to be in the Continental Classic.
I would love that.
How about that? But then he might do the job to fucking Okada. We're trying to figure out, are they going to do Okada in the tourney, or is he just going to? He has to be in it, right?
Yes, they announced that he will be defending the Continental Championship in the Classic. I gotta say, they definitely pulled a WWE playbook here and kind of tried to combine like G1 wins and Continental title wins. Like, so it's like, oh, if he wins, he'll surpass Chono's record.
Oh, that was a little odd.
I was like, no, he won't.
No, yeah, it's like these are not comparable tournaments
in any way, shape, or form. Like, I get it. Like, they're trying to up the prestige of the championship, but it's like
it's not necessary.
We don't got to do it.
Separate things. It's maybe they won't keep that as.
They just got to emphasize like this man is looking to defend successfully the Continental Championship within the tournament. He'd be the only one to do it because the first one was the inaugural.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
he's not going to be defending it each round, right?
No, but if he makes the final,
what if he doesn't make the final?
Then it will be vacant.
No,
it will
really?
It will be
That's
vacant.
how it's going to work. Damn. Well, he's got to make it to the final.
Exactly. That's kind of like the only thing. It's like, oh, well, he's making it to the final.
And then with the possibility of Okada versus Omega 5, I mean, very heavily teased in the last few months.
Yeah.
I don't know if they pull that at All In Texas or they do it for Revolution. I don't know how fast they want to get into that.
Selfishly,
what are you thinking?
I would love it to be All in Texas.
Me too.
I mean, like honestly,
need a big main event there.
And even at that, like just the biggest match possible for both of these men is to face each other once again, and you can only do that at your biggest show of the year.
What is it? 3-1? Right?
Yeah, I want to say.
Or is it 2-1-1? It's 2-1-1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have a tie.
No. Kenny wins twice. Okada won.
Because they have some G1 matches in there.
Right. The G1 Omega wins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, Gator.
Yeah.
But then he wins 4, obviously. But then part 2, spoiler alert, is a draw. So I think Kenny has the edge there. I think Omega wins the next one.
Right.
Yeah, he'd have to even it up, make it even. And then maybe they do part 6. Then that would be for all the glory, that one.
Yeah, and the Continental Championship, if he's still holding it by then. But
I'd like to see, maybe Kenny wants the extra titles that have, popped up in AEW. I would love to see him go for that Continental title. We'll see, man. I don't know how that one shapes up, but I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to getting, ready for Wrestle Dynasty and Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to be a fun time. We should check it out if you're down.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Tanahashi's last match, even if it is against Evil, unfortunately.
I thought he's going to, go through 2026, or is it... That's it.
Well, I think that's his last Wrestle Kingdom match is going to be against Evil.
Oh, okay. Well, man, yeah, he's ready. It's time.
Bummer.
Man, he's moving.
Yeah, he's not looking
there.
hot. He's not looking hot at all.
Tanahashi, the ace. Go, ace. Hit
my air guitar.
I loved playing that when I'd hear him coming out on my guitar back in the day. I would play along, figure out the melodies on those New Japan songs.
That's a banger, man.
God, what a fucking great song that is. Shout out to whoever made that Tanahashi song. Love that.
I think him and Nakamura are probably my favorite New Japan themes.
Oh my God, I don't think I'm familiar with Nakamura's theme.
Oh, check that out.
I'm going to have to get into that.
You're going to have to learn that on guitar.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's called Subconscious, I think. Or
Damn,
something like
I can't believe I'm not familiar with that. No, I'm not, because I've never gone and watched the New Japan matches of Nakamura.
Oh, we got to put that on the show then.
What would you recommend? Does he have a Finn Balor match?
I
Probably
would go
not.
with his last New Japan match, or one of his,
Naito?
actually no. The last New Japan match is like a tribute match to him at Korakuen Hall, but his last Wrestle Kingdom match is against a guy that we covered on today's show, AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, we got to get that one on the books.
Absolutely.
How about
either
that?
that or the Kota Ibushi match at Wrestle Kingdom. One of those, you can't go wrong with either one of those.
Well, Isaiah, thank you for coming back here with us. This was a good time. Another one in the books, episode 22. Once again, where can the lovely people out there find you? Wrestling Junts, yes?
Yeah, Wrestling Junts. Like I said, WRASSLINJUNTS on
Hell yeah.
Instagram. In case you want to find some dope wrestling content, you want to chop it up with me about whatever's going on.
How about them bangers, Backwoods and Brews?
I kind of ex-nate it.
Like completely?
Yeah.
Did something happen?
It's just more so like I got a lot of personal stuff going on. I got a
Yeah.
baby on the way.
Yeah.
But shout out to my guy Didi. He's gonna be on IG Live every now and then, popping up with other vendors.
Cool.
But yeah, you can. I'm still on the page. It's not like I'm taking a total hiatus from the page.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to more so like transition into like modern wrestling content and just covering what's going on right now.
Hell yeah.
Or whether it's just going to shows and providing footage from that. You know, I'll be at Mania in Vegas. Shooting for whatchamacallit, I'm shooting for All In, of course. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make some stuff happen. I was just at a deathmatch tournament in Austin.
How did that go?
It was very, very. It was cool, but this guy had like an air horn the whole time, and he just blew it every spot, every single spot.
God, so annoying.
He had like 4 air cans in his bag. So
no
we
one told him anything
We left early because of that. Yeah.
No, you should have. At that point, you got to tell the guy. That's like Curb Your Enthusiasm type shit.
Yeah,
you just
it's
gotta,
just-
someone has to do.
Once
pull
you
the
see a
bandit
guy in a
off.
Juggalo jersey, kind of just doing his own thing, you don't want to bother that guy.
Man, he
I'm
turned
like,
into what's his name from ECW with the whistle.
Oh, Fonzie?
Yes.
Yeah. But no, like, so I'll definitely still be in the mix on the page. So if you want to follow the page, I'll be happy to follow you guys back. On the
He's
shooting.
got. Isaiah has great content there. He has a bunch of badass vintage tees that he showcases, and great follow. Lots of other people in that community do have some other very cool content as well. But yeah.
Yeah. Just want to thank you for having me over. Shout out to Gator. Hope everything's well.
Yeah, no, I think he just had to go take care of some business that popped up on him.
Duty calls.
Yep. Thank you for being with us here again on Suplex Studies. Go ahead and give us that follow on Instagram, Twitter at Suplex Studies. Please like and subscribe on YouTubes. We'd really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Laters. I got everything I ever wanted and I'll never get that back. Yo, oh, I know you hate that bad. But you ain't gonna look at me like that. You ain't gonna look at me like that.